One person you admire, John, is Father Edward J. Flanagan, who was born in 1886.
That's right. I'd say a lot of people haven't heard of Father Flanagan, Father Edward John Flanagan in this country, although years ago he would have been much better known. He was from County Roscommon, a little spot called Leabeg in County Roscommon. As a matter of fact, I often wonder, because Flanagan is a West of Ireland name. There was a famous Father Flanagan that was a curate in Killarney or sub-county Sligo, and he was instrumental in getting the Irish Catholics to be able to cut turf in the bog. The people in charge them times wanted to do away with their rights there and give it to ex-servicemen and ex-soldiers and all the rest of it. And Father Flanagan, which I think was probably a relative of this man that we're talking about, organised and cut the first sod, and the police at that time didn't interfere, so the Catholics got their rights. Now, Father Edward J. Flanagan from County Roscommon went to Summerhill College in County Sligo at the time in the 1800s before it. And I presume did his leaving cert. He would have been one of the few to get a secondary school education.
Okay.
And in 1904, he would have been Mr. Edward John Flanagan, went to the USA because I presume there was no jobs here.
Okay.
Even though he had an education.
And so by 1908, he actually had completed his degree, his master's, I think, had he?
Yeah, he went in 1904, and he went to university and did a Bachelor of Arts degree, a BA degree. He got his degree in 1908, which is not long after he was there. 1908, and he got a BA degree and a master's. And then shortly after that, he joined the priesthood in the USA and went to a seminary in New York called St. Mary's University.
Okay.
That's where he went. That's where he joined the priesthood there. Right now, he joined the priesthood there, and went to St. Joseph's Seminary in Dunwoody, New York. That's where he went. He did. Anyways.
And he was the founder of Boystown.
Well, you see, he studied in the priesthood there. He also studied in Italy, and he was in Innsbruck in Austria. So he obviously must have been a very brainy, intelligent man.
Okay.
He went to those places. So he would have been maybe even a classical person, classical scholar. So he become a curate in a small town in Nebraska, in the USA, Nebraska. He become an assistant pastor, it was called. Here in this country it's called a curate, but over there an assistant pastor in St. Patrick's Church in a place called, I think, O'Neill's, Nebraska, in 1912. And then he became an assistant pastor in St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Omaha, before then becoming a pastor in St. Philomena's Church, an assistant pastor, no, a pastor.
What do you think made Father Edward J. Flanagan a special person? I mean, why did they make a movie about him?
Now, he bought a house and put 5 disturbed teenagers into that house with the permission of the bishop, the reluctant permission of the bishop, which was Bishop Jeremiah
Harty, was it?
Harty. Now, Jeremiah is a Cork name, and one of us Bishop Harty originally from Cork. We don't know the background there, but he gave him permission. And that house with the 5 children in it, in 1917 it was, grew into Boystown, which then at the time housed boys and girls from disturbed backgrounds, perhaps dysfunctional families in those times, and it was called Boystown, and it had a church, schools, high schools, a hospital, and various other facilities for to bring these children on and to become great. They become great citizens of that marvellous country, the USA. Now, Spencer Tracy, the famous actor, I don't know if people remember him, but older folk would. He was a great actor, a great film star, an actor, a lapsed Catholic, but nonetheless a Catholic. Anyways, he made a film, Paramount Studios made a film about Father Flanagan and Boystown, and he won an Oscar. Spencer Tracy won an Oscar for that, and Paramount Studios asked Spencer Tracy would he donate the Oscar to Father Flanagan in lieu of the Father Flanagan's marvellous work. But Spencer refused, said, well, I worked hard for this. What did Paramount Studios do? They turned around and produced a special Oscar and presented it to Father Flanagan in Nebraska. That's how well he was taught.
Wow.
He became more famous after that and made visits throughout America and indeed in Europe, giving counsel and help to governments and other like-minded people that wish to do something for disturbed and abandoned young people. He was a great example, a great Irishman as an example to what can be done and done successfully. He is in the Hall of Fame in Nebraska and very well thought of, and now going on for sainthood. By sainthood I mean initially to be venerable. There's a cause going on, and I'm quite sure maybe in our lifetime, or maybe not mine, but subsequently he'll become blessed and maybe even a saint, because they're all the hallmarks of a saint.
That's a fantastic story, John, about Edward J. Flanagan, and thank you very much.
Another great Irishman.
Another great Irishman.